Hello, my friends. This is Bolthra, and welcome to a very special one-shot we are doing today. This is called the Flight from Hell, and we are using the When the End Comes game system. It's a horror survival game. Our game is set in 1987, so you're going to get to know some really rad 80s folks in just a moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and introduce my players and have them tell us who they're playing. So let's start first with Rosie.
Hello, I am Rosie, regular size mom, and today I'm playing Susan Martin for marketing strategy and human interaction planning.
And let's bring in Sandra.
Hi, I'm Sandra Catherine, and I'll be playing Annemarijn Simons, a newbie on the marketing department.
And no Dutch required to understand this game, but it's helpful.
Yeah, very much.
Let's bring in Jen.
Hi, I'm Jen. I'm playing Lisa Cooper, and she just transferred from Chicago over to the New York office not very long ago, so she's kind of a newbie as well.
All right, and Whispers.
Hi, I'm Whispers. I usually run horror games, but this time I'm playing Dr. Donald B. James, the director of marketing at this company.
And last but not least, Minty.
Hi, I'm Minty Bo, and I am playing Harlan Scotch, PA to the sales director who sadly couldn't be here, so they're going to be the eyes and ears for this trip. And, the person that's actually expensing everything, so nobody asks what all these weird purchases are for.
Yeah, no one on here is from accounts payable, luckily. Today's game again will be a horror game. There may be lots of elements of body horror, psychological horror, lots of horror. So if you are squeamish or don't like people being stalked and killed and things like that, you might want to leave now. We'll wait. Okay, they're gone. Let's go ahead and play our intro, and then we're going to jump in. Okay, we're back. Today's game uses not a very dice-heavy system. Really, the players are probably only making rolls when something is really critical, and if they don't succeed, it's not good. Their dice pool goes down, and if they roll a 1 or a 2, they gain stress. And gaining 3 stress is kind of like 3 strikes, you're out. So we will we will see how long our folks last. With all luck, they'll all last to the end, and everything will be awesome. Oh, thank you, Crash is here. Thank you.
Yes. I told him about this earlier, so he's
Thank
here.
you. Awesome. Of course, the sweatbands, of course.
Yeah.
All right. Our story begins. Again, we are set in the year 1987, and the characters are all coworkers. They work for a company named Jet Systems. It's a young company that's based out of Boston. It's a scientific research company, and our characters are actually based out of New York. They are all returning from a trade conference in Las Vegas. And they've had a little bit of fun. I mean, people go to Vegas just strictly for work, and then just immediately get back to work. So they've each had their own adventures, let's say, in Las Vegas. And now they are on the red-eye flight from Las Vegas back to New York JFK. Flight 2342 left at 11 p.m. is expected to get in to JFK about 6 a.m. Being the 80s, travel wasn't the most comfortable thing. If you think it's bad now, the seats were a whole lot less comfortable back then. And given that the company is still pretty young, they did send this team to Vegas to this trade conference, but they weren't really going to spend a whole lot on their travels. So our players are literally in the back of the plane. They are the last couple rows. So usually there was like 2 seats together, and then that was probably like right by the bathroom, and then maybe like 3 on the other side. But they are in the very back row, and they are, it's probably about midnight, and they're all kind of crammed in, ready to get home, but also trying to get some rest. So we kind of zoom to the back of the plane, and we'll see them arrayed. I'll let people decide where they want to sit. I mean, there's 3 seats on one side, 2 on the other, so arrange yourselves as you like.
James would have fully taken one of the 2 seats, probably, near the aisle, so they can get up whenever they want, so they can't be inconvenienced.
Are you saying they're an old man with bladder problems?
No, they just don't want to deal with people. They probably have a little bit of a hangover, so
okay.
it's worth just leave me the fuck alone.
Gotcha. Okay. Who's sitting next to Dr. James?
I don't know.
Don't rush. So
I think Harlan would, because Harlan has a notepad and all that, and is trying to remember. The company has codes like, here's how you're supposed to expense this, that, and the other, and obviously Harlan knows how to get around those. So they're trying to think: would I expense $200 worth of alcohol as entertainment for clients, or will I expense that as business expense for travel? Best to, and they're just doing that
client,
half and half.
Took other people drinking, so that's technically clients.
And potentially, depending on who is too drunk and hungover to remember, could get away with maybe saying that they were supposed to buy the drinks.
All right.
See, there you go. Don't overcomplicate it.
who's next?
I'm gonna probably take the window seat on the other side.
Okay.
I think Annemarijn would like to sit next to Lisa.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the middle seat.
Okay. That leaves Susan Martin on the aisle.
That's fine. She sits with her legs crossed and the toes of one of her shoes in the aisle. So if anyone actually walked past her, they would trip or have to ask her to move it.
being that this is a red-eye flight, most of the passengers are asleep or attempting to sleep. If you're like me, I can't sleep on planes, so I just sort of sit there the whole time. So, but everyone does feel just kind of a slight bump of some turbulence, followed by a slightly bigger bump that definitely wakes everyone up.
All right, that's a problem right there. It's not going to work. I'm going to light up a cigarette.
That's what I was going to say. Is there is smoking on this flight?
Yep.
Crash.
Crash. Oh my gosh.
And you
Yeah,
hear the bang bang.
Uh-oh.
Donald just
Go ahead.
pulls out like a bottle of alcohol that they didn't check back in the day.
They had metal detectors, but it was a plastic bottle. Well, I don't know if they. Well,
Yeah,
anyway,
it was a
they wouldn't have
plastic
picked up the
bottle.
glass
It was
bottle.
glass back in the day.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
glass.
they wouldn't have
still.
picked. Yeah.
Yeah. It would have just looked over at Harlan and just go, couldn't you just say we upgraded for like clients or some bullshit instead of this dumbass plane? And then takes a gulp.
I'll manage to get the director to pass it off as negotiation assets.
And there is a
And they
bing
keep
bang from
writing.
above.
Hmm.
Hello, passengers. This is your Captain Steve Jackson. I apologize for the slight bumps we've had. We've come across some rough air. We'll try to find another path through this to make your flight a little more comfortable. But in the meantime, go ahead and make sure your seatbelts are fully locked, and we'll try to make your flight just a little bit smoother.
This is going to be no fun at all.
Gets a little more bumpy. If you've ever been in the back of the plane, turbulence is the worst in the back of the plane. So.
Annemarijn is clasping the armrests a little bit. Not that she is tense.
Yeah. You should put your seatbelt on first. That'll help too.
Thanks.
Yeah,
it on.
I put mine on. Just like wait and see what happens.
And you got another
Where'd this
big
guy
jolt.
get his license from?
Another jolt. Right. Okay.
At this point, Susan is like leaning into the aisle to try to see what the flight attendants are doing, or is a pilot obviously drunk or anything like that.
The one of the stewardesses does come back past you. Looks like she's sitting in the back. They look like they're actually getting ready to sit. I've been on one or two flights where the flight crew had to sit the whole time because it was that bumpy. So, boom. I feel another one. This one bigger than the last one.
All right, I'm
We
still
can know if
smoking.
anything happens, we can just have the unpaid intern just act like they're injured and we'll sue the shit out of this place, make billions of dollars for the company.
Thank you, Crash. That was a good point.
80s, everyone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Safety measures? What's that?
Anybody who has a window seat, do you have your? You probably had your window visor down because it's nighttime, but
Yeah, I'll probably open it up just to feel like I have more space around me. You know, don't want to be all
Okay.
claustrophobic in here.
you glance out and you see like snow and stuff kind of flying by, and you look like you've definitely descended lower because you obviously wouldn't see snow above the clouds, so it looks like you've come down a little bit.
Okay. Well, it's snowing.
Would be a pretty scene if we didn't feel like we were being put in a fucking blender. Jesus Christ. Ugh.
Yeah. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Are you sure?
I think so. I mean, I mean, can you imagine how much liability this like company would have if they killed us all on the plane? I mean, that's not kind of, they're gonna get it. They'll get us through. It'll be all right. Don't
Hey,
worry.
3
Okay.
of us have life insurance. 2 of us looked over it.
At that time, probably only the
Yeah.
salaried employees had life insurance.
Yeah.
Hourly people were on their own.
And 2 of us don't have life insurance policies.
Crash.
Crash is on point with this.
Oh. Oh, hold on.
That's a good one.
Crossed my mind, but I thought that's too easy.
Well, is Susan sitting? The person Susan is sitting next to, is she sitting next to a coworker or some random human being?
No, you guys are all together. So
Yeah.
Okay.
so you would be sitting in that.
Yeah, next to me,
Yep.
probably.
Yep.
Mhm.
All right. So then she's gonna sort of like crane a little bit around you to try to look out the window and go, Do you? You said there's snow.
Yeah, it's snowing out there. So we're
And
probably lower like altitude than we would have been, but
And you
I mean,
now
if it
see
gets us
some
home, it's
lights.
fine.
you see some
Oh, so
lights.
you know about like planes now and flight patterns, and
How you think I got to New York from Chicago?
I didn't think you flew the plane.
No, but you can tell what's going on back here. We're all feeling it.
Do you want a sticker?
What? I'm not a preschooler. I'm just, I mean, really. Yeah, you got that face on you, Susan.
Ooh, PvP coming.
Anna is smoothing in. Just I'm not there. I'm not there. I'm not there. Don't just let them bicker. I'm not there.
Probably doesn't
Thank
mean
you.
you're
Thank
good.
you. About 5 minutes
Yeah.
later, bang, bang, Captain comes on. Hello, everyone. This is Captain Steve Jackson again. I regret to inform you that due to the weather conditions, we're going to have to make an emergency stop. We will be landing in Des Moines, Iowa, in just a few moments. I regret the inconvenience this is going to cause you, but we just don't feel like it's safe enough to be up here to complete our flight to JFK. Flight crew, please get ready for landing.
Well, that's fucking great. All right. Expenses for unexpected stop to be billed to. Damn it! They don't technically have liability since they don't control weather. Fuck.
And we're going to say this is Pan Am. So.
Yep.
Harlan, if we're already gonna have to get a hotel or something, just slide the extra like 500 to get us upgraded to some other flight.
As you're
See what I can get.
as you're watching out the windows, you can start to see lights of a city as you're approaching, and and you begin to come in for landing.
All right. Here we go.
I've been to Des Moines twice, so okay. Snow is thicker as you're coming in, and the landing is a little bumpy. Well, a little bumpier than you'd expect, but as you do finally land, all of the other passengers start applauding. They're pretty grateful, and you're down, and you start pulling towards the terminal. And has anyone on the plane been to Des Moines?
I don't
Or-
think so.
No?
Yeah.
Okay. So You have no idea what the Des Moines airport looks like.
I'm not wrong, and I refuse to be
I
told otherwise.
if we have any fans in Iowa, we apologize, but yeah, there's not much to do there.
AFAB of it all, y'all.
Same time next week, yeah, exactly. So
Okay, fine.
that was the horror.
Yeah.
The horror begins in Des Moines. Okay. Yes, you've landed, and as usual, everybody jumps up and is thinking that if they stand up right away, they'll be able to get off the plane in 2 minutes. But yeah, everybody jumps up, and you guys are at the very, very back of the plane. But you're down.
I'm gonna finish my cigarette. All right, stub it out somewhere. It's probably an ashtray.
Oh, you had ashtrays, yeah.
Oh yeah.
In the
Yeah.
in the seat thing, you had ashtrays, yeah.
Yep.
So I will ask, was Susan wearing like comfort wear on the plane? Is she like wearing like her blazer that she probably would wear to work?
Susan is probably wearing. She always has to look a certain way. She always has to keep up with her new appointed position. So she's she looks professional.
Cool. Well, that ruins what I wanted to do. This is always
I could change it. Would that make she could be in loungewear if you had a bit.
I did have a bit.
All right, then she is in jeans and her hair is a complete mess, and she swiped on some makeup before she got on the flight.
Yeah, because you figure people are traveling, so they probably didn't come straight from the convention. So, but it's up to you guys, however you want to be dressed.
That's fine. Yeah, since it's snowing and you're in loungewear, James will just casually take off his suit blazer and just kind of wrap it around you, and then hand you a mirror and just goes, "Honey, we're in a new place. You have to look professional. Go fix up your mug because someone here needs to have a little sex appeal. They just have nice asses."
So,
Okay.
in the 80s, it was okay to compliment a female coworker on her body. So.
I don't think it was.
It's never okay. You just weren't allowed to punch anyone.
Right.
It wasn't okay, but it was technically socially acceptable. So that's.
I'm sorry, I really played up the scumbag box.
You're good. So we'll just hit back at you
We
if
kid,
I have
we
to
kid.
later. But so she simpers and gets up, and instead of heading towards the front of the plane, she heads towards like the restroom in the back to fix up her look.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you
Lord.
the flight attendant is kind of gone past you. So yeah, you can get back into the restroom and start checking. And when she gets back there, she is looking in the mirror, kind of checking herself out. And there's a you know how they have the little instructions, like, basically don't throw don't smoke in here, don't throw don't throw used batteries in the toilet, that kind of thing. As she's kind of looking around, she takes a second glance at something, and because there was a thing that said, don't dispose of trash in the toilet, and then she takes another look, and it says something else. She kind of looks a little bit closer, and it says, "Slept her way to the top."
Wow, I must have had a little too much of a nightcap there. Okay. And she reaches out and tries to buff it because
and when she touches it, it goes back to saying, "Please do not dispose of trash in the toilet."
Yep. Little too much fun.
Okay. the line has actually started moving, and folks are starting to move off the plane. They after 15 minutes or whatever, it finally gets to the back of the plane. You guys are able to take your luggage down. You guys have any carry-on luggage or anything you would have brought?
Yeah, I do. It's just a little bag.
Okay.
Well, I mean, at that point, you were allowed to check things without having to pay an organ. So,
Yeah, but
you were generally checking things back then.
Generally checking things, yeah. But like, she's from Chicago, and she's just like not going to trust anybody with anything.
Probably check
Stuff goes
something
missing.
in, but,
I mean,
James is a professional, and everybody knows any businessman would not be caught dead without his briefcase.
Yep. I think
Harlan has
industry
a
died,
satchel.
so- Okay. Because Indiana Jones had a satchel, so.
Exactly.
I love The Hangover. Sorry. What else does everyone have?
A small backpack with a book.
Okay.
Susan has a purse that holds like basic lipstick, wallet. She does actually have a sheet of stickers.
Awesome. Okay. You kind of move through the line. You do get up to the where the flight crew was doing the bye-bye. Thank you for traveling. So sorry about this. And you thank you, Rosie. Yeah. And as you're making the turn to leave the plane, you immediately feel the cold air hit you.
Yeah.
And you, who would probably be first? Probably, I would guess either Susan or I think Harlan was on the end, right?
Harlan would have been in.
Doesn't matter.
It would probably be James. Probably would have got up first, banged like on the bathroom, being like, "We're leaving, hurry up!" and then took out walking.
Okay, all right. So we'll say Dr. James was such a gentleman, and just decided to just go first, and makes that turn to get off, to get on the jetway, and as soon as you turn to make that, there's no one in front of you on the jetway. There's no other passengers there.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you make that turn, and then as everybody's coming, you see your party ahead of you, but as you're looking straight onto the jetway, there's no other passengers. So they must have really hauled ass when they got off the plane.
Susan, when I told you to go do your makeup, I didn't mean to take forever. Now look, we're the last ones on here.
Susan comes out and says, "Well, I wanted to just make sure." And of course, we're the last ones. We were on the back of the plane, but
Well, you know the company motto. We're always first. We are the winners. Unless it's you, because you can get by with your chest alone. And he gives you a wink before heading.
Oh boy.
Oh Lord.
Where's that F button?
Here we go.
she glances down at her t-shirt and is like, "All right."
Child noises.
Yes, you might hear my toddler.
Might hear the song. Awesome.
Listen, there's always a crying baby on a plane. It makes
Always.
sense.
That's what I was gonna say.
Always.
That's what I was gonna say. So that is.
It's
that
a
is
valuable
abs-
thing. There won't be a baby boarding the plane. You'll be halfway through. There's a crying baby.
And
Yes.
as you get off the jetway, you get into a large airport that As you're moving out, you still don't see any passengers. So the 5 of you are now off the plane, and you're in a, at a gate, but you don't see any other passengers.
Well, that's weird.
Did they all get lost in a cornfield without us?
It's possible.
Those cornfields.
Good lord, everybody was going to the bar.
Maybe they are all at the bar. Could be.
With all the personnel as well?
There's no personnel.
That's a hell of a party.
That's really strange. What time is it anyway? I mean, I know it's early, right?
About midnight, you'd say. So midnight Central Time.
Yeah. All right. Well.
You want to look for a clock, though?
Yeah. I'm gonna go by, try to find where the phones are. There's probably a clock up there somewhere.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, there's a bank of phones right across the way. Everything's in French, though. When you're looking, you can recognize French. But when you get up to the phone bank, everything's French. There is a clock. It says 5:35 a.m.
Huh. That doesn't sound right. All right, so while I'm at the phone bank, I'm gonna call someone. Pull out some quarters, right?
I was gonna say you have some quarters. Yes.
Yeah, I got some quarters. So I'm gonna I'm gonna call Nicholas from the radio station back in Chicago. Okay. Friend of mine.
You pick it up. There's no dial tone.
All right, this one's busted. I go to the next one. Put another quarter in.
Amazingly, there's no dial tone. Would you like to try a third one?
No.
And the rest of you, kind of glancing around, you do see billboards and things like that. Happy families, travel things. Everything's in French, though.
Leave it to Iowa to have to resort to the French to look interesting. And Harlan just shakes their head.
It's a big marketing campaign to get people to visit Iowa.
Nobody takes French classes. I tried it, bored as hell, decided to take Japanese instead. And Japanese is hell. That's how boring French is.
Yeah, if you'd like, you can you check all the phone banks. Thanks, Crash.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, I just go through and see if there's any coins sitting in there, and I'll pick them up.
Nope.
All right, fine.
There is you're kind of at a gate that's kind of at the end of the building, so you would have to probably go left to head towards. You see a little sign that does have like a suitcase on it, so you're like, okay, I don't speak French, but that's why I asked if anyone spoke French, to see that baggage pickup and ground transportation would be that way.
Crash killing me, man. Harlan would kind of look to baggage claim,
Anna,
and kind of see if there's also a board that says all the times.
There, there's no the board's empty. Doesn't show any, and there's no personnel in the airport. There's a gift shop, looks like it's open, but there's no one there. Anna, as you're walking by, you see, looking at one of the billboards, and again, there's smiling faces, that kind of thing. As you turn and you look again, the faces start to frown. And you see underneath one of them, it just says, liar.
Okay, I think they need a new marketing department.
Lisa, you notice that it does say liar under there as well.
What is that for? Is it graffiti? Somebody just write it or something?
I don't know. It's just, it doesn't look appealing.
Well,
Harlan,
yeah, I mean,
Harlan, you notice a sign that says spy under it. and this really grim-looking woman on there. It looks like she probably wouldn't normally be in an ad, but
I'm all for pushing the boundaries of marketing, but I don't think this is what's the word for it? Good.
Hey,
I
maybe
think
it works.
James would have headed towards the gift shop,
Okay.
trying to find, some snacks, more alcohol.
Okay. Yeah, the gift shop. Yeah, you see. It looks like it's almost dressed up for Valentine's Day,
Hmm.
and it's probably August.
There's just a moment where he thinks, and it's like, no, it's like August. I already gave my wife something. I think like a new car this year.
Susan, do you want to go in the gift shop? Or you're just gonna keep walking?
Susan will step in the gift shop because, well, she wants to check the dates on the magazines, to be perfectly honest. Because, all right, so it's made up for Valentine's Day.
Mhm.
But is that just because no one comes through here and no one said anything yet? No one has noticed? Or is something actually wrong?
As you're looking at magazines, yeah, you see like August 1987. This one magazine you see shows this happy-looking executive sitting at a desk, and he's just kind of leaning back. And you see at the edge of the desk, you see a woman's feet underneath the desk, and it says on the magazine how she got her job.
She picks up the magazine to look at the article.
It's in French, but the title, the thing on it was in English. But this, flipping through, and it's all kind of lurid images that you're kind of like, whoa, hey, this doesn't look like a magazine that should be down at this level. But it's not very positive.
Susan, I think we have bigger issues than you figuring out what type of skirt you should be wearing to like the next, party.
Of course, Dr. James. And she puts it, she's probably definitely going to kill this guy later. She folds the magazine and puts it in her bag. Maybe she'll use this magazine to choke him the way that guy tried to do in Alien. A movie hasn't come out. The movie won't come out for a long time. Wow.
Love that scene.
I think Harlan would try to see, is there like a central help desk that maybe they have like one person, they're asleep because it's like God knows how early in the morning. They get it. They've seen people do it. They've made notes of who does it at the office for later. But
You get to you do get to a set of escalators that like they go down to a lower level. But so far, no help desk. No, there's nobody around.
Great. I'm gonna need at least one person here to sign something, so I have proof that I can expense this shit for an emergency stay. All right. I'll figure it out.
They cannot text your receipt to you. So
I can't text the receipt, but you know what? Forgery is easier to do these days, so we may have to resort to.
I do not see forgery on your character sheet.
You know what? We can figure it out.
And the escalator is the only thing it looks like it's still moving down. There's no. You look down, you don't see anybody down there.
Hello? Anyone alive?
No response. Anyone still in the gift shop?
Did James
I don't know
find
if we
alcohol in
went
the
into-
gift shop?
You did. You actually did find several bottles of alcohol. And the Valentine's displays are starting to bleed a little bit. You're just seeing like little drips of blood dripping out of the, kind of pouring down the display a little bit.
He just kind of looks at it, grabs another bottle of booze, and just walks out.
Because that'll always make things better if you just keep drinking. So yeah.
Yeah,
So
just like he doesn't get paid enough to give a shit about this airport. He wants to get back out of Iowa.
okay.
They do things
so,
differently around here.
I guess.
Okay. So yeah, you can either stay here in this part of the terminal. You could go downstairs. There's restrooms if anyone needs the restroom. It was a long flight, so.
You're
I
not
will
wrong.
neither confirm nor deny these things.
Well, Susan is going to be, of course, looking for someone of some authority. And are there like intercom systems anywhere? Like the 80s were before I was conceived. I think people had to
Oh.
communicate
There are the white phone to contact customer service, I suppose. You do see Blanc. I don't know French. Blanc telephone. I guess.
Okay, so at one of like the flight service desks, she's assuming there'll be some kind of phone for them to communicate with somebody.
Yep.
And she picks that up and just assumes that it'll connect directly to an operator.
Okay. And it rings once or twice. Then you hear a, "Hello, how may I help you?" In English, though, which was odd.
Hi, yes, we've landed in the Des Moines airport, and I'm just a little confused. Has there been some kind of disaster or something? There's absolutely no one around.
Shouldn't you be taking charge of things, Susan? You shouldn't need any help.
That's a rather odd thing to say to a confused customer.
I'm sure you'll find a way to get in charge of things the way you always do.
She just hangs it up and looks at the phone and waits like 10 seconds and picks it back up again.
Okay. Ring, ring. Bonjour.
Hello? Parlez Anglais?
Oui.
Great. We're stuck in Des Moines, Iowa. Our plane just landed, and there's no one around. I was wondering if there's been some kind of natural disaster. Should we
Click.
cover, evacuate?
It goes dead.
Great. Hangs up phone and looks for the rest of her group.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you saw her talking on the phone to somebody, but doesn't seem like she got real far.
I'm gonna go find a place to sit and look out the window and smoke some more because there's nothing here.
Okay.
There's nothing. I mean, why are
There's
we
nothing.
here?
There's nothing. So
Nothing.
yeah, you're looking out the window.
Yep.
Doesn't
Smoking.
yeah, it's snowing. You don't see any signs in English. I mean, everything
Yeah.
seems to be in French.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna wait this out over here.
It works
Somebody
in
will
movies.
show up
Everybody
eventually,
smokes and
you know?
everything's good. So
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, so you're sitting down smoking.
Yep.
You've kind of gone away from the group, or you're just kind of
Nearest
Close
place to sit.
okay.
I guess.
All right, yeah, there's
Yeah.
some one of the last gates. Yeah, you sit down, just kind of sitting there looking around.
Yep.
The speakers overhead kind of crackle. You just hear like a little crackle of static, and you hear the words, thief.
Who's behind this? I mean, some kind of idiot playing us here.
Don't
Do we
trust
all hear
Susan.
that, or
She's a
just them?
thief. Don't trust Lisa. She'll steal everything from you because she's only in it for herself.
Anybody else hear that?
You all hear it, yeah.
I don't know what they're talking about.
This is the most bizarre training exercise I have ever seen.
Might be one of those, I don't know, like what, church things where they make you think like, oh, the rapture's happened and all your sins and yada yada. It's Iowa. What else do they have to do?
That's
y'all?
a lot, That's a lot for that. I mean, why would they come pick on
like
us?
I really understand this marketing perspective of adding this fear factor to a place that's very boring. Is amazing. It rises your adrenaline, which causes you to trauma bond to your location. You're just gonna feel closer to Iowa. But we're not really appreciating this right now.
Whatever.
Well, Susan looks out to the part of the windows that would show the rest of the planes. Are there any other planes out there? Is the plane they came in on out there?
It's still there. Yeah, your plane's still there.
That plane's still there. Okay.
Does the time on the clocks match the time that's on my pager?
No. Yeah, the time on the clock is yeah, I mean, it's advanced to, like quarter of 6 now. But no, your pager, probably the last time you set it was in Vegas, so that would have been on Pacific time, so it's 3 hours behind.
I'm a marketing major, not a math major.
That's why the company's in the financial straits it is.
No. That's why we have Harlan to do that.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Harlan is probably taking a seat next to Lisa and is just kind of like writing out, speaking of, like figures and all that.
Okay.
All right, I don't know the nearest hotel here, and all this shit's in French, so maybe there's a cab outside we can call, include cab fare for 5 people, 1 emergency hotel stay.
Well,
flight booking.
I tried one of the phones at a flight attendant's desk, and there was someone speaking in French briefly, and then it went dead. I'm wondering if we should just stay in place. Maybe there's some kind of disaster. Maybe they had to evacuate for some reason, and we somehow got left behind.
If they had to evacuate here, then shouldn't we also evacuate?
I mean, if we missed the boat on that, I don't know. Does anyone know how to fly a plane?
Nah.
No.
Sadly, I didn't have enough credits to graduate flying school, actually.
Well.
I mean, there's my brother, but he's an asshole.
Well, you know what they say about assholes. Everyone's got at least one. And she says, all right, Harlan, I'm going to agree with you on this. We should see if we can get a cab or something.
At the very least, if there's a cab driver, they can at least tell us where the fuck everyone is, because if an entire airport suddenly is not going.
Hey, Susan, as you're kind of looking around, you see on the desk, there were some like memo pads, things like that. I think post-it notes were a thing already by then. You see kind of scribbled on it, it says, "Don't trust Harlan. He drugs people to kill them." It's like somebody scribbled it.
She takes it and puts it in her bag with the magazine.
Okay. Okay. All right. So now the plan
Anna,
is to.
you've been quiet this whole time. You still with us?
Anna's been staring out of the window, just not really, just waiting for whatever the director is going to do, because he should be in charge, right?
Mhm.
And at the as you're looking out the window, and it kind of the glass kind of frosts a little bit outside. There's almost like humidity on it for some reason, and letters just start to appear. In Dutch, it just says, "They know," and it just kind of disappears. Anybody else looking would have seen the letters, but if you don't speak Dutch, you're not going to know what it
Wouldn't
said.
matter. Yeah. Okay.
It's going to say then, ze weten het.
Like you said. So.
As soon as that appears, I'm going to wipe it away if it's on this side of the glass.
Okay. So the plan is, I think you were gonna maybe go downstairs or look for a cab or something.
Oh yeah. As we go downstairs, can Nana like go ahead and pop his head like kind of outside, like hail a cab, like you would do back in the day at an airport.
Yep. No Uber. Yeah, you get down. There's no cars. There's nobody down here.
Bad news, there's no cabs. Or cars.
And it's really
The hell you
freaking
mean there
cold.
ain't any cabs?
You can go look outside your stuff. There's not a single car in sight.
Yeah, we
Harlan
should
will,
stay in
because they're
here.
like, how the fuck are you gonna have an airport with no cars?
Yeah, we should just wait it out here. Something happened. I don't know what. Going outside is just going to freeze us to death.
Yeah, where are our suitcases? Okay, but
There were signs for baggage claim. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Um,
we should go down there maybe.
yeah. Lisa, are you coming?
Yeah, I'll go with you. Stub out my cigarette and I'll go with Anna.
Okay.
You know,
so
I'll
is every-
follow because you need a big, strong man to take care of you.
Okay. So and Susan is detained for a moment, so we'll assume she stays with Harlan. Harlan, are you going to join the group, or are you going to stay where you are?
Harlan will join the group, but they're also gonna like keep an eye out because there's gotta be, if not some sort of like alarm or some person coming to check things out, or just something to indicate why people have left or if anyone stayed. There's gotta be something. You can't just empty out a whole fucking airport. That's not how this
Ooh,
works.
there might be a TV. We could get a news station.
While you wait for your luggage.
You're okay. You're heading toward the baggage claim. Anna, you think you see somebody walking kind of way down in the distance, like as you were heading towards baggage claim. You thought you saw somebody just kind of walk past.
Oh, I'm gonna try to get their attention. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hi.
And they've already moved past into a doorway.
Did you? There was someone.
I want to have everybody.
Yeah, I thought I saw
except for
something
Anna
move, but I don't know what it was.
Make it. Everyone but Anna make a perception roll, please.
Perception. Okay.
Mhm. First roll of the night, day, whatever. So
I got a 7.
okay.
One of these days I'll have my character sheet pulled up before I need it.
Only had an
Probably
hour to
not-
get it open,
And knock on wood, but that's an 8 on
Okay,
perception.
good. Okay. And Susan, could you make a perception roll, please? There was someone looked like they were walking in the distance that Anna saw and was letting everyone know.
That was a 4 for me.
Okay.
4.
Okay.
4.
All right. Yeah, the ones who got 7 or above definitely saw somebody moving, like Anna saw. So, and then the rest of you kind of just noticed that they seemed excited and moved along. And it would have been like off to the right. Looks like there was like almost like a service store or something that they went into.
All right. Who wants to go pound on the door?
Why?
I don't know. Saw somebody. Maybe they know something.
Oh, well then of course. And he goes over and knocks.
All right.
Susan. I think these days they call her a Karen now.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I demand to speak to the manager.
Wait, does that make James a Kyle?
Exactly. Okay. Yeah, you okay, Susan, you go up and pound on the door and it creaks open.
I refuse to acknowledge that is ominous.
You can certainly do that. Is your prerogative. Okay. Okay. Is anyone going with Susan, or are they just letting her knock on the door by herself?
James fully goes, like sees it like kind of like eerie,
Of course,
kind of open
course.
up, and you know,
Oh,
Okay. Oops. That's what he gets for.
There he went.
Okay, there's our first kill of the day.
That went quickly.
See, kids,
Okay.
this is why you have to be a good person.
That's exactly.
You do some bigoted shit, you gotta get yoinked.
yep.
Okay. Besides Dr. James, was anyone joining Susan at the door?
Yeah, I'll
I
go.
mean, Okay.
I'll go. Why not?
Okay.
I got nothing better to do.
You glance in the doorway, and you see laid along the floor is a trail of dollar bills, like fives,
really?
tens.
I'm gonna
Like-
pick up a few of those.
Okay.
Like, do you mean they're like laid out end to end in orderly fashion? Or
There's almost just like scattered into a dark hallway. It's just like
This is
currency.
bait. That's what this is right here.
hello? Well, when did certain horror movies come out? What would Susan have seen?
The 80s,
oh yeah,
Poltergeist.
70s, early 70s.
70s,
So,
early
yeah, so,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
a lot
yeah.
of slasher films from then. Uh-huh.
Halloween came out in 79.
Yep.
so-
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so the trope of. Okay, so she's aware of some of those tropes.
Mhm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But-
Oh yes. Slasher movies would have been huge in 87.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
good.
Oh yeah.
Wanted
Freddy
to make
Krueger, all
sure.
that. So. Okay. So you're gonna reach in and start grabbing some money then, Lisa?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ain't nobody
grab
here to
them?
notice.
You grab them, they're slick, and
Ugh.
there's blood all over them.
Oh, yeah. Blood bunny.
But not
great.
until you touched it. Not until you touched it. As soon as you pick them up,
Huh.
blood all over them.
That's bizarre. Anybody else see that?
Nobody else sees blood on them. Dollar bills look dry to you guys, but
That's really weird.
to Lisa, they're dripping in blood.
Yeah, maybe I should leave these here.
Maybe there's something a little silly in those cigarettes you're using.
The wacky tobacco.
I don't know. I ain't got that.
Well, before she heads further into the office to follow the trail of money, she's going to pull out her pack of cigarettes and offer one to Lisa.
Thank you.
And then I follow the money.
Follow the money. So. Do I have an echo? No. Okay, good. Just
No.
making sure. Okay. Yeah,
No, you
you
good.
go in. And give
I'll
me.
follow.
Okay. Okay, Lisa, give me an agility roll.
An agility roll. Okay, let's
Yeah.
see which one I have for that. It's a D4.
Okay.
And I got a 1.
Okay. You
Mhm.
slip and fall forward
Okay.
and crack your chin on the ground, and you have gained 1 stress.
Okay, 1 stress.
And everybody else is walking along, no problem. But for her, it looks like she slipped on something.
Yeah. All the
I'm
blood
gonna
money.
try to help her.
Okay. And she's bleeding.
Ugh. This is bad. Anybody got like a towel or something? I mean,
I
she's
only
gonna
have
need stitches.
She takes out a handkerchief from the backpack
Thank
she's been
you.
carrying.
Maybe this will help. I don't know. How bad is it? Are you
Busted.
seeing bone?
No bone, but
No bone. All right.
Harlan, we're definitely suing this airport, and I'll hand you like one of the bottles of alcohol that I took from the freezer that's still a little bit cold.
and
To the ground, and
when
take
you're
a
looking at the bottle,
Uh-huh.
it says on the bottle, it just says, "He's such an arrogant bastard."
Who sees that?
You would see on the bottle.
I would see it?
That
Okay.
Dr. James handed you. It just says, "He's such an arrogant bastard."
Huh.
And then if you look back a second later, it says, Canadian Mist whiskey or whatever.
All right. I guess, I mean, I'm going to pour a little bit on the cloth and try to, wince
It
and
burns.
try to. Yeah, of course it does. But it'll kill bacteria, probably, right? I mean, something. So, yeah, here, take. Hand it back.
I don't know, it's called work as an ice pack or something to stop your emotions getting in the way.
I'm all right. Been through worse.
And the speaker that you had heard out in the outside, you hear it because you're now in this hallway, so it's a little further back, and you hear the crackling noise as it comes on, and it says, "Better not follow Harlan. He might get you killed." And it's a very non-distinct voice. You can't quite tell, almost like a gender, it's just this almost like a robotic voice, and it is the same voice that Susan heard on the phone.
Very funny. Ha ha, get it. The one person in sales. I get it. Is this what? Is this a team thing? Is this Director Thompson? Is this you just trying to is this one of your eccentric things again? I told you we can't keep expensing stuff like this. It's getting really, really hard to keep up.
You know what? That does sound like something he would do.
I swear that may just respectfully, I've never met a human so capable of, if it were possible, managing to probably put on 2 left feet and their head on backwards if their body parts weren't attached.
Yeah, I mean, renting out an airport is not as bad as the time he rented out an entire city block to make a haunted house for a Halloween.
Oh, Jesus. I had to fight the legal department for weeks on that one.
And the director they're talking about, had just died a couple months ago. It's a big to-do in the company.
Probably would have been before I joined.
Somebody's having to fill in for the director in the meantime. That was Harlan.
Maybe there's been some kind of chemical leak or something like that. I've seen some odd things. Sounds like we've heard some odd things. Maybe we should all follow Harlan so he can be a human shield.
No, I hate to say this. Harlan can't be the human shield. He's the only one that has access to the company credit card.
Okay, that's a good point.
I'm right
useful
here in case
information.
anyone was curious.
Right, right, yeah, yeah.
I'm defending you right now.
Remind me that to never hire you as the public defender.
What's that? The?
Oh.
That's something new for me. I don't know
Oh,
how to use
it's
that.
like an attorney for when you've done something wrong that tries to protect you from consequences.
So you have the guys with the real law job that, do real law stuff, and then you have the people who couldn't graduate school, so then they just do whatever the fuck they want.
Oh, and that's the defender.
Yeah, that's your public defender. They do whatever they want, no morals, horrible people.
Depends on
good
which
to
one
know.
you get. It just depends on which one you get. So
There's nothing here. We may as well go get our bags. That way, if we can find some way to get out of here,
So you want to
a
go
hotel and have our shit.
outside to the plane to get our bags?
Well, the baggage
Maybe.
the baggage claim. Yeah, you haven't gotten to baggage claim yet. You've just gone down this hallway. You were on your way to baggage claim.
We saw the crew as we were leaving the plane, so they couldn't have just snapped advantage.
Actually, you did not.
Maybe they just.
oh,
You never saw anyone get off the plane after you.
huh.
So as far as you know, they'd still be on the plane.
It's a big airport. Maybe they just, while we weren't looking, started bringing the luggage
It's
in.
possible. Yeah.
It
Yeah, I probably did. I
is
don't know.
cold. That sort of stuff. We'll be laughing about this over many, many drinks within a few hours.
Maybe.
So what's next?
I guess we're going to the baggage claim, right?
Yeah, baggage claim.
Alrighty. Come back out of the hallway. Lisa, you just can't wipe that blood off your hands. And you see her. Everybody sees her kind of just like trying to get something off her hands, and there's
Yeah,
nothing
like
on her
trying to
hands.
wipe it off.
Lisa, I told you, honey, you may be a woman, but keep your hysteria under control. It's not attractive.
God.
You don't see this?
They do not see
See
anything.
what?
Never mind. Maybe there is a gas leak. Maybe Susan's right. I don't know.
You get down to baggage claim, and the conveyor belt's moving, and one suitcase comes out, and it is Harlan's.
Oh, thank God.
So
All
far,
right.
nothing
I
else
know.
is coming out.
Hmm.
They'll go to grab it.
Okay. And as you pick it up, it opens. Now these would have been the old school. They just had the metal clasps to hold it. You open up your suitcase, and everything falls out. And anybody want to? Actually, I'm going to do this. Harlan, your stuff is starting to fall all over the conveyor belt. There may be things in there besides dirty laundry that he doesn't want anyone to know about. You can choose to make an agility roll to try to grab everything and perhaps get it put back in the bag. Or you can let it go, and then I'll let everyone else make perception rolls. It's up to you.
Oh, they are definitely like, you know what? Harlan's very much of the mind of, you know what? I am tired of getting dicked around. I'm not letting them have a single fucking inch more of anything of my sanity, my patience, and they're not getting my stuff, so they are going to roll their agility.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see what we get. Well, that's a 3.
A 3.
Oh.
Okay. You're scrambling. You're trying to get things in there. Anna, can you make a perception roll, please? Because you see him now trying to grab.
That's a 7.
Okay. You see the things he's grabbing. Some magazines, some dirty clothes. Also, looks like a bag of needles, like a Ziploc bag of syringes and needles.
Okay.
That he quickly grabs everything and shoves it. Kind of gets the bag closed.
Jesus Christ.
Together with
Told you this was gonna be a
everything-
fun game. So.
With everything we've heard over about Harlan, Anna's gonna just for good measure take a few steps back from them.
Okay. Harlan, you think she saw something?
Maybe she did, maybe she didn't, but what's she gonna do about it? That's the better question. And so far, it looks like she's not doing anything.
No,
They
she's
know
not
how to
gonna
play the
grab.
game.
So he gets his bag. He pulls off to the side. Okay, you got one bag. And the conveyor belt goes. And stops. And
Dr. James, was your suitcase that heavy?
Why do you assume it was my suitcase that was that heavy?
Because you're the person that's supposed to be the most prepared, are you not?
Well, I am prepared for any situation, but that's all in my briefcase. My suitcase just had some clothes, some things to remember the trip, and then, I had to get the wife something, or so she would have complained the whole time I came back.
Okay, so while they're going back and forth, Susan is going to walk over to the conveyor belt and see if she can find controls. If she doesn't see controls, she's going to peer up the chute.
okay, looks up the chute, and you see something move in there. Like something
Hello?
like there was a little bit of light in the back, in the back, and then something moves past that light.
Is someone stuck up there? Are you okay?
And this little tiny voice goes, "I'm caught in here. Help me, Susan."
Oh, what? She backs away. I thought I saw something.
Okay.
Nobody
But-
else heard anything but Susan.
Now, what do you?
What?
What'd you hear?
I saw something.
Okay. What'd you
And-
see?
Not sure. And then
Yeah.
I heard a voice that said it was stuck up there, but then it knew my name, which I don't think anyone had said my name, right? Did anyone said my name near here?
Near here? I don't think so.
No.
Okay.
No, but
Or
this
we'll
is
just
why
casually point to James. You
Look.
said her name a couple times.
I have said her name a couple times, but not
Oh
recently.
yeah, but not here, right? I mean,
But like, if we need someone to investigate, that's why we have a glorified unpaid intern.
oh, you gotta be kidding me! You're gonna send the kid in there?
No, I
And-
can. I'll go look. And she takes off her heels because she's like, the heels take up a lot of space in a bag. You're not gonna pack your heels. You're gonna wear them and just deal with the pain. So she takes off her heels and drops them on the floor and goes to get up the ramp.
Yeah, it has those those rubber flaps that hang down.
Mhm.
So yeah, and that's what you had kind of looked in as you kind of moved the flaps and kind of looked in. So okay, so now you're going to climb into the up the conveyor belt.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yep. We're doing
It's okay. You guys see her kind of crawl in and disappear. Okay. It goes uphill a little bit. You see that light. It was almost like a light bulb that you're getting a little bit closer to. and you hear kind of a scratching noise, just a little. It's like kind of up ahead, just this little like scratching noise, and then you think, hey, maybe that sounds like a motor, like maybe something's caught.
I think something's caught in the belt.
This is more of a reason we send the glorified unpaid intern. Your face is too pretty.
Anna is still looking around just to what? Who is he talking about?
I don't know.
Hello? Are you okay?
Why did you do this to our family, Susan? And it sounds like a child's voice now.
Oh.
You're getting closer. You're hearing like this mechanical grind, this scratching. As you keep going forward.
I'm as a player, I'm fairly torn as to what Susan. Okay, I'm gonna play her like a Karen.
Okay.
All
What
right.
I'm gonna do. I'm like, I don't know what she would do. I'm gonna lay into it. She's going to say, I never did anything to you, or I have no idea what you're talking about, but you're stopping my bag. So I'm gonna keep going forward to whatever it is, pull it out and get my bag.
And yeah, as you keep going forward, you hear this the same voice say, "You took Daddy away. Mommy was sad."
If that's what your mommy told you, she's a lying bitch.
Could you make a perception roll for me, please?
1.
Okay. As you're as you're getting closer to that sound, there is in fact a gear that like helped turn the belt, that helped kind of bring things down. You do not see it, however, and I'm going to have you make me an agility roll. You've already taken 1 stress now. You'll make an agility roll to keep yourself from falling.
4.
Okay. You kind of fall off the belt a little bit, and your sleeve on your jacket is caught gets caught in the gear. And it's starting to pull you towards the gear.
Oh, help! And she like tries to take the jacket
Okay.
off.
All right. Yep. She pulls the jacket off. Okay.
I think James is gonna try and like grab her feet from.
Oh, you don't see this.
Oh, okay.
No, because she's gone all the way up the
Side.
chute.
Okay.
You guys aren't hearing anything. So she is by herself. Okay, she's pulled off the jacket though, and the jacket starts getting pulled into the gears, and it's getting like torn up.
Oh well. And she scoots back down the chute at that point
Okay.
because
Something grabs your ankle.
oh,
You feel like a hand grab your ankle.
she looks behind her.
There is a figure in black with a kind of this weird white mannequin mask. They're starting to pull you back, and you hear this like child's voice say, "You're gonna pay for what you did to my family." And in their hand they have looks like a hammer. Go ahead and give me a strength roll to see if you can get out of their grasp.
D4, 4.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
need to help my husband. I hear a do whatever you need to do to Susan.
Okay. Fine. And she actually kicks her foot and manages to slip forward, and the rest of you see a panicked Susan now, who's usually very calm, it comes rushing out of the chute back to you guys. She doesn't have her jacket on. And yeah, she joins you guys. You hear the overhead paging say, Lisa Cooper, please meet your party from Chicago at the information desk. And it's that same voice.
There's no party from Chicago, y'all. There's no way.
Lisa
Somebody's
Cooper,
messing
please
with us.
please join us at the information desk. They say they have a package for you.
Really? How would a package get here? Nobody knew we were going to end up at this airport.
Lisa, why would you get a package delivered at an airport?
I can't imagine why it'd be to this one. You know? All right, fine. I'll go see the package.
Harley, make sure Susan's okay. I'll take Lisa.
Yeah.
Harlan just kind of rolls their eyes, but they will like tend to Susan, make sure there's like nothing wrong.
Okay. You would have to go back the way you came, past that hallway, back to that information desk where Susan used the phone.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go
So-
on a road trip here, whatever.
Okay. So the two of you want to give Rosie an update as she's back.
Oh yes. Basically came out scared, kind of missing your jacket. Lisa got paged because a package was delivered from a group from Chicago. So James is going with Lisa and ordered Harlan to take care of your emotional distress.
Okay, so it's Dr. James and Lisa are going.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You get to get back to that information desk, and now there's a cardboard box sitting on the desk, and it's overflowing with money. There's like dollar bills just falling out of the bag. It's almost like spilling out on the floor.
That's really bizarre. How did this much money get here? In an
Lisa,
open...
the money is covered in blood,
Yeah, of course it is.
and written on the box says, "From Chicago."
Who did they murder in Chicago?
Dr. James, you know that Lisa worked in Chicago. In fact, she transferred from that office.
Yep.
She had been in marketing there, and she's been doing really well since she's been in New York.
Oh no, were you one of those
Hmm?
ruffians?
What are you talking about?
You know what? I'm just gonna say it. I'm done being nice. I've been nice long enough. Were you part of a gang? Everybody's been talking about it.
Oh my god, no.
Are you sure? Because everybody knows if you're from Chicago and you leave Chicago due to a transfer, it's
There you
because you're on the run.
No, I'm not on the run from nothing. I just transferred here because I had an opportunity, you know. That's all. If I was in a gang and I was missing for this long, I mean, somebody be tracking me by now. Come on. I'm not in a gang.
So you say that, but here you go. You have a package delivered in Iowa, of all places.
Yeah, that makes no
Money
damn sense. Because, see,
covered
nobody
in
knew we
blood.
were going to be here.
Oh, maybe the reason why you knew we were going to land here, so you had your package sent here.
I didn't know we were going to land here. None of us knew that. Come on. This is crazy talk. I don't know
Doc,
where the hell this
you're
is
getting
from.
a little too excited. Take a drink, take a breath, and chill out. We're already in fuck knows what right now. Us just going at each other like this with our throats isn't gonna do anything. May as well just enjoy the trip, I guess.
Not all of Chicago is gangs either. You know, I know you got that up, you know, Al Capone and all that, but it ain't like that the whole place, you know?
Okay. Do you take the money?
Mm. Do I still see it covered in blood?
Yeah. To you, it's covered in blood.
I'm gonna leave it.
Okay. Dr. James, there's a whole box of money there. He worked very hard to get where he is,
Mhm.
and not by always playing by the rules.
No, not really. I mean, my fancy suit that I totally did not have my wife steal from the store.
Oh.
They have just gotten ruined. So if Lisa's not gonna take it, I'll just open up my briefcase and just put a couple stacks of cash in there and close it back up.
All right. As you're starting to scoop the money into your briefcase, give me a perception roll, please. I love perception rolls.
Ew, gross. Hold on. Roll. And there's a 4 on a D4.
Okay. Hello, Otis.
Don't look at me. That's what he said.
Thank you, Otis.
Yeah, you're scooping the money in there, and as you're moving it, you feel something in there. It feels like hair in there, like your hand like brushed past, felt like curly hair or something.
Lisa, if there's a severed head in this box, you are paying for my therapy. You know what? I'll have to sign off on your checks. You just won't get paid for the next month.
What are you talking about? It looks like a stack of money, yeah?
I felt hair.
Are you sure?
I'll take the box and just flip it over and dip it all out on the counter.
Okay. Dump it out, and a severed head rolls out,
Oh, God.
and it's the head of your former director, Thomas, who died under mysterious circumstances. But his
Have I
head
ever seen
tumbles out. Oh yeah, you guys
Have
have
seen
all.
him? Okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. His head comes tumbling out.
Wow.
Oh.
All right, somebody really didn't like him.
It's kind of.
I mean, the package
Well-
was addressed to you.
I don't know why.
But why would it
though.
come from Chicago?
And why would they think we'd be in this airport, you know?
Oh my God! There looks like there's something tacked onto the head as it rolled back. There's a piece of paper with like a thumbtack on it.
I'll go look at it.
Okay. While you're doing that, he'll continue to scoop some money in his briefcase.
Fine, take it.
Okay, you're going up to look at the note.
Yeah, I'm gonna look and see what's written on it.
Okay. It says it's tacked on the note, and it says, "Ask Harlan."
It says, "Ask Harlan."
Could you give me a resilience
Has to
roll,
be.
please?
Resilience roll.
Mhm.
Okay. It's a D6. I got a 1.
You take another dot of stress
Oh,
from
that's
fr-
2.
from looking at a severed head. I mean, almost like
Yeah,
thinking Call
yeah.
of Cthulhu, like,
Mhm.
which is coming up in a couple weeks, folks.
Right? Yeah, that it is.
Okay. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and so you probably step back from it. Yeah.
Yeah,
anyone
that's
else
too
want-
stressed.
And
total.
actually, we're gonna. Hello, we have another player. So,
It's bring your gremlin to work day.
Bring your gremlin to work.
Sure.
Awesome.
Oh, so that was the crying baby on board.
There we go. You all wake up and was a gremlin. It's all coming together. It's all coming. And the William Shatner reference about the gremlin. It's
There
all
you
coming
are.
together. Okay. Has everyone else joined them at the desk, or did people stay behind with Susan? I get the feeling Susan probably wouldn't want to left it by herself.
I think we, or Anna would be staying, although cautious, with Harlan and Susan.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so yeah, so then so really it's just Dr. James and Lisa have seen the head roll out of the box with the thumbtacked note on it.
Right. It says, "Ask Harlan."
So,
What the hell's Harlan been up to?
I have no idea what Harlan's been up to, and I don't know why I just picked up your accents, okay?
It's contagious sometimes, you know. You hear it enough.
Dr. James, could you give me a resilience roll as well? Now that you've seen a severed head fall out of a box.
Sure, why not? Because that's definitely a normal thing that happens on Tuesday. That was another 4 on the D4.
Was it 4? Okay. Then you're okay with a head falling out of a box. So
my D4 has been so lucky. I'm waiting for it to stab me in the back.
Back at baggage claim, Susan, you bit shook up from someone or something grabbed your hand or your ankle in the conveyor belt, but you got away.
Yeah.
All right, you okay? Anything hurt?
I don't know.
What happened in there?
Something was stuck, and then I thought someone grabbed me. I thought I saw someone in a mask. The neighbor... Look, I know that there's rumors about how I got this position, but this is an awful joke. This has been taken much too far.
I have no idea how you. I don't know all the rumors, but
And she pulls out the magazine and slaps it down and says, like, these positions, for one, is what I've heard.
How does the magazine look like to me?
It looks like what she had seen with the man and the woman on her knees, and it says this is how she got her job. So now it's back to what Susan had originally seen it. So now you see it for yourself.
So I know this is what everyone thinks, and having a magazine made up was a little odd, but this is a little elaborate for slut shaming.
I mean, I don't care how you got there. You're there. It doesn't bother me. I usually have my hands full with sales. I don't really care about what y'all got going on in marketing. So, I'm not saying you did or didn't. I'm just saying I don't care either way. No judgment here. Do what you gotta do.
Honestly, I'll take that.
Susan, give me a resilience roll, please.
Oh, finally a stat I don't have a D4 in. 5.
I know it's coming my way soon.
Harlan, please make me a resilience roll.
I knew it. And also,
Anna, you might as well make one too.
I'm not putting the accent away. It's actually a proximity effect from Otis, who has decided that he must investigate. Okay. D4. Ha. That's a 3.
Okay.
I have a 1 on a D6.
Okay. You take 1 stress, Anna. This is all becoming far too much for you to understand.
Office politics, I have no clue.
Yep. And you're going to have to keep notes of this, because now that you're learning all this information about your coworkers.
Yeah, I know. That's why I have the book in my backpack. There's a lot of scribbles in there.
That's right. Back over at the information desk. Anyone? Now that you've grabbed some cash, Dr. James.
Yes.
What would you like to do?
I think before heading back, Dr. James is gonna look over at Lisa and just go, so, why should I not tell the others that there's a severed head for you that was delivered in a package with your name on it?
Because none of this makes any damn sense. That's why. This ain't the only weird thing that's been going on since we got in this airport, you know?
Fine. Let's just say that I don't talk about the head, and you just owe me something down the line.
I don't think I like that opportunity there. Nah, not for me. I do want to find out why the post-it has Harlan's name on it, though.
That is true. I always thought something was wrong with that Harlan.
Well, let's go ask him.
Oh, true.
And for the folks at home, that's called quid pro quo. Okay. All right, so you guys go back to join the others.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Harlan, they look a little upset. They come back. Something's clearly happened with them as well.
Yep.
Did y'all find someone at least?
Kind of.
Kinda. So,
Oh,
Susan
sorry.
and
I gotta laugh or I'm
Anne-
gonna cry, you know?
well, that's fine. Susan and Anna, why don't you come stand over here just for a quick moment?
Don't worry. It's fine.
Don't worry, it's fine. Just
Okay.
come over here for a second.
I'll step
Oh,
over.
I wanted to ask, did anyone keep the note?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why I wanted to double check. Okay.
Yeah, I
Yep.
got it. Uh-huh.
Okay. Good reference, Crash. So,
No.
Right.
Well, Lisa's laughing her ass off like a maniac to try not to cry right now. Harlan, we found something very interesting that I think you might need to tell us why before we start blaming our current situation on your inability to perform.
Dr. James, I'm going to need you to stop talking in riddles and things that don't make sense and just come out with it. Because if you have some stupid bullshit you want to say, at least have the decency to say it straight. I understand that you like to throw around them college words a whole lot. Not all of us got to go. So speak for the common person in the room.
Fine. You want to hear a common person? Well, Susan and Anne, what me and dear Lisa found was a severed head in a box with a note to ask what Harlan did.
It
Lisa,
said ask
show-
Harlan. Here, look. See?
See?
There you go.
They'll
Yeah, it was in a box.
take
I mean,
the note.
did you mention whose head it was?
yeah, he didn't. Dr. or Donald.
I don't think Dr. James knew
Donald
whose
didn't
head it
say.
was. No, he didn't say
No,
whose head it
it
was.
was the director guy before. His head was in the box.
Director Thompson?
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah,
Does the
Thomas
handwriting
Thompson.
match?
So,
it's the handwriting Matt too.
No, that's a
Oh.
as hard's looking at
Oh, okay.
storyteller question. Does the
Okay.
does the handwriting match what they know?
Yeah.
The fuck does that mean?
So, what are we exactly
Ask me what?
asking you about here, Harlan? What have you been up to?
Harlan, please make a resilience roll.
I would love to.
Is the implication that you're trying to make someone rerouted our plane, evacuated the airport, mailed a severed head to the airport because they
one
think
stress.
Harlan killed somebody?
I don't know. There's definitely a head over there.
We don't know. All we know is we have the past director of sales head with a note that has his PA's name on it.
And a couple of needles in a backpack, of in a suitcase.
What?
What?
Oh.
Just when all the stuff came out, in that suitcase there were needles.
Okay, that's another question. What are you doing with them?
Okay, one question at a time. For this,
We got a lot of questions here.
I don't
Just
fucking
keep up.
I don't fucking know. What? Did he forget his fucking pin in death? Did he forget account numbers? I basically ran his fucking office. You can ask me anything. Ask me how
No,
the
he can't.
fuck to run that
Not
part of the
anymore.
company.
I mean,
Yeah, because he was fucking useless in life as he is in death now. So
Oh.
honestly, I don't know what the fuck this means, but fuck him. As for the needles, look, Vegas, okay? Sometimes you need to let loose. And people are going to tell you up and down that, oh, this is all so bad. Nobody rails against alcohol. Nobody rails against cigarettes. So you know what? If occasionally when I go to a new place and I have to do all this shit and I need to calm down, so what? I'm not taking a shot. I'm not lighting a cigarette. Maybe I'm putting a little bit of metal, a little bit of a push, and I can get my high just the same. But what the fuck does that have to do with any of this? Are we gonna act like any of y'all are better than me just because I do that?
I didn't
No,
even
you're
know
talking
you
to
did that.
someone from Amsterdam, so
I mean,
True.
we
True.
did do a little bit of math while we were in Vegas. The main issue is the severed head of the previous director of sales.
And none of this makes any damn sense. Like, how the hell would they know we'd be here? We're supposed to be in New York, you know?
So I'm getting the 3rd degree, but you over here are getting packages from Chicago. You just went to a tunnel and apparently hurt a child in a porcelain mask. All of us have been out of it.
Yeah.
It's someone
Yeah.
fucking with
Actually-
us.
I've been completely fine.
Are we carrying the head around? No.
I don't
No,
think
we
they-
left it
I
there.
believe they left it there, yeah.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
How many
Why
resilience
should
checks
I
would that
believe-
take?
let me see the fucking head.
Take a walk with me.
Take us to it.
Did
Yeah.
you want to see the head? Okay.
Yes.
Come on. Anna, I don't know you're gonna want to see this. But
It's
there.
fine. She's dead.
That-
That's what they do over there.
I'm not gonna
That's
stay
what
here.
they do over there.
No, I mean, you know, just when we get closer, if you don't want to look at it, just look at the floor. You know?
Yeah, but I don't want to stay here all by myself, so I'm
No, just come
going
with.
to.
Come with.
Oh,
But you
okay.
know, just when we get there, just
And the
You
and
can
the
decide
conveyor
if
I'll
belt,
just turn around.
the conveyor belt
Yeah.
and baggage claim starts moving again.
oh, what the hell is this?
Okay, let's grab our bags. Then go look at the severed head.
You wait a couple minutes, no other bags come out, but it's moving.
Okay, severed head.
Okay,
Whatever.
back to the severed head then.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what we found in
Alright.
the box under a pile of money. It had blood all over.
All
it.
right.
Actually, Susan is standing there with her fist clenched and she is glaring at that now working conveyor belt. And she just screams at it.
And Susan, you hear just you, real faint. You hear a child crying, but like way up in the conveyor belt. Do you wait or do you go with the group?
She waits.
Okay. All right. So is the group leaving without her?
I don't know. What are you waiting on, Susan?
I am hearing a crying child stuck in that fucking conveyor belt again.
James is just gonna like grab her arm and start to like kind of like pat her back, like very like fakely sympathetically, like you do when women are having their moments, and just start to like kind of like guide her away.
Okay. Do you, Susan, do you allow yourself to be taken away? I'm going to have a contested strength roll between you and Dr. James.
She allows herself to be pulled away.
Okay.
But she does scream back at it. So what if I fucked your dad? It doesn't mean that I stole him from you?
Okay, that's news.
That's
That's what they were doing on that magazine. Okay, interesting.
And it's just collecting all this information.
Writing it down.
All in here.
Okay.
Okay. You head back to the information desk, and there is indeed a severed head of the former director
Yeah,
lying on
over
the
there.
ground.
Mm-hmm.
And a giant box sitting on the desk that says "From Chicago" that has dollar bills that have fallen out of it and are laying on the ground.
So Lisa, you're part of a gang, right?
No, I'm not part of a gang.
That's
Jesus.
what I said.
That's just, yeah, Chicago's not all gangs, okay? I mean, there's some, but like, I'm not in any of that.
this
Look-
doesn't make sense.
I know it doesn't make sense, but Lisa did say, "Why would I run from the gang when they already know where I am?" Like that is
Like, no, you're mischaracterizing that. Like, I mean, I'm not connected to any gangs. Seriously, I'm not. I mean,
Okay.
so there's no way some gang sent this to me because I ain't part of that. You know?
Are we sure of that? I don't know.
Oh no, it's the Baguette Boys. Everybody run.
This is just the sickest series of jokes.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on anymore. I just have no idea.
You cracked up, Crash.
Did we?
Yeah. Yeah, boys. All right. That sounds like a superhero team I need for our Prowlers and Paragons.
Oh my, yeah, it could work. It could work.
Baguette
Yeah.
Boys.
Bad Frank Jacksons.
Harlan will. They'll get as close as they can without getting sick, but they're just kind of looking. Is this one of those like special effects kind of thing,
I don't
The
know.
head?
or can they tell this is a real head?
Try it.
What would you like me to roll?
Do an intellect roll, please.
Yay! No, it's only a 3.
Oh.
Okay.
No.
Give me a resilience roll then.
Oh boy, that's gonna turn out well. Also a 3, which I'm getting concerned. I'm getting
Okay.
concerned. Please selected before.
Well, I mean, pick it up, maybe swing it around, by the hair,
It's
Yeah. Harlan, it is definitely the man you killed. And the eyes pop open and look at you. Give me another resilience roll, please.
Oh,
So do any of us see that?
You don't know, you don't see it.
I can't point my camera down to this. I'm taking a picture of it to prove this, but that's also a 3, and I'm concerned.
I trust you. It doesn't mean you don't scream, but
Right.
yeah, the eyes popped open and looked at you. But do you throw
Oh,
it?
it gets-
Do you drop it?
It gets thrown to the box, and they're just like backpedaling, like almost to the point of falling over.
Okay. All right. Yeah. The head,
Jesus Christ!
he throws the head at the box. The box gets knocked over. All the money comes flying out.
Everywhere. Mhm.
Susan, give me a perception roll.
1!
Okay.
I'm
You
gonna move to another set of dice.
so I believe now you now have 2 dice. You have 2 stress. So you just feel like your chest just like Anna Maria, give me a perception roll, please.
That's D8 at the moment. 8.
Okay. You see written on the bottom of the box, it says, Anna Maria is a spy, don't trust her.
I'm gonna go over to the box and flip it over so that
Okay.
that cannot be seen anymore.
Okay. Nobody else has seen it yet, but yeah, you see her rush over and grab the box and straighten it.
God. What sort of sick
Alright.
fuck?
What are we gonna do with this? And she shoves the box a little bit further.
I don't know.
Wait till mornings? Maybe. I don't know what the fuck to do.
Try to get to the ranger station. So always worked on Lassie, right? So
Well, okay. Maybe, just maybe, all of this is coming from a psychological deficit of us not having enough sleep and having high levels of exhaustion. Maybe if we all just take a quick nap, we will be fine. And for Harlan, who likes me to dumb stuff down, we are too tired, so we nap.
We've all seen it though. It's not just
Harlan, Dr. James is really starting to piss you off. Could you give me a presence roll?
Mm.
I would love to. Silence will edge a little bit. Okay, it's not a 3, it's a 4 this time.
Hey.
but you're mindful enough that you're kind of like, look, this guy just keeps talking shit about me, and he's kind of got his own issues that nobody seems to be bringing up. But it's up to you to decide whether or not you'll start throwing some mud back or not, or will you just keep it together and just be professional?
I'm gonna roll again and see, because if Harlan has the option to keep together, great. Whether they do or not is another thing.
Okay.
They'll look Dr. James in the eye, and it looks like they are like 2 seconds away from snapping, but they just kind of smile. You know what, Doctor? Maybe you're right. We're all stressed out, sleep deprived, hungover, and obviously hallucinating as a group in a public space.
Gas leak. It's a gas leak, right?
That's not a hallucination, that one there. That ain't it.
Well, why don't we try to find some place where we don't think there's a gas leak, curl up, get some rest.
All right. Well, I'm getting out of this building.
I am right with you.
Okay.
And she heads towards whatever sign looks like it says exit.
Yeah,
You're gonna freeze out there.
You had seen some up by the baggage claim. There was okay. Susan steps outside the door into the snow and cold and sees the figure across. As she steps out onto the sidewalk, there's like a median across the way, like a bus stop or something, and sees the figure in the cloak with the mask looking at her.
Oh, she strides towards that thing. It's just like, okay, who are you?
Who's behind her? Who else?
James.
Okay, you now see the figure.
Oh, James also follows behind.
If anybody else is, you see the figure.
Mister, we have some words we need to talk about man to man.
Okay.
I need to talk to your manager.
Susan, could you please make me an agility roll?
You say Susan?
Yes. Yeah, because you were starting to step out into the road.
2.
You don't even see the bus coming. Somewhere out of just who knows, God, where a bus came out and has now hit Susan.
Wow.
Please give me a resilience roll as you are knocked across the street.
8.
Okay, you crash and hit the sidewalk. And yeah, as this bus, just nobody saw the bus come from anywhere. It's crashing by. Dr. James and everyone else, that figure's not there anymore.
Okay, hold on. There's just a moment of going like, Harlan, bring you in here. Medical supplies. Susan just got hit by a bus.
Harlan would have been out there the minute that happened. It was just like running over to figure out what the fuck just happened.
Yeah, you saw somebody across the way, but then as Susan went charging out, she got hit by a bus.
That we don't see no more.
You don't see the bus anymore. Well, I mean, it went by. I mean, if you want to try to sprint and chase after it and try to get the license plate.
It's too cold
for
out
insurance
there.
purposes.
I ain't doing that.
So,
bigger problems.
Yeah, Susan's now lying on the sidewalk, bleeding.
Anybody got any?
But she's tough. She's holding it together.
Well,
she's gonna have some broken bones, I think.
Harlan's doing that thing. Can I rip heroically the sleeves off, button up top and
Tourniquet for her head,
instead.
Sure.
Absolutely getting a flexor 2 in there while doing it.
Oh no! Oh no!
That is true, Crash. That is true.
Yeah,
that is true. She will not be out automatically if.
Harlan, you have to save her. She has the best ass in the marketing department.
Can I still see that bus?
Yeah.
Can I throw him in front of it, please?
No,
Harley
the bus is long gone.
Harley will try do what they can as a PA, and with how up there in years the old director was, they probably would have at least gotten some first aid in case they had a fall or something. But not sure if that's going to cover this. We can find out. What's the roll, Captain?
Boy, I guess intellect.
All right. Why am I actually asking my D4 to fail me? Because it's getting concerning that it hasn't yet. That's. I need you all to see this. It is. I'm keeping hand level. It is again a 3. I'm not in control of that.
I trust you. You yeah, I mean, you know enough basic first aid to, you're trying to help her. Susan, I want to have you make another resilience roll, please.
3.
Okay. You hear a voice say, "Was it worth it?" Nobody else hears this, but you just hear this voice say, "Wasn't worth it."
It's always worth a shot.
She's talking to somebody. You don't see anybody around, though. Exactly. Thank you.
Tom, I don't want to interrupt. How much longer are you expecting the first session to go?
I was hoping to wrap up within 2 hours, but we are still
still
rolling.
going.
Still going strong.
Yeah.
We can do a second session. I don't see why not.
I was asking because my throat is getting really hard for me to keep my voice going for much longer, which is why I was asking.
It's up to you guys. I was only planning on going 2 hours, but it seems like everyone still survived.
Somehow, yeah.
Yeah.
So we can
D4 from heaven.
we can plan a second session, folks, or.
Yeah, I'm up for that.
Yeah.
I'm down.
See how that goes.
Okay, let's do that then. So why don't we wrap up for today,
Okay.
and we will plan a second session. I didn't expect to get this far. Not that I was really trying to kill people off, but
Well, there's
Sure.
just
We
slow
do.
build.
role play through semaphore. That's why we love you, Crash. Okay. Well, why don't we we'll just put a pin in it for right here, and then we'll wrap it up for the days, and we'll talk about when we can play again. So let's go ahead and let everybody kind of give us their post-mortem. We're not quite
What?
there yet, but just a hint. So why don't we start with Rosie first? Let's give us an idea of what you think so far, and who you are, and what you got going on.
All right. Hello, I am Rosie, regular size mom. You can find me on Twitter at mom_sized, or on Twitter at C, and most social medias it's Odd Duck Dice. Dice make me happy, so I make dice. And yeah, I'm really enjoying the slow creeping horror of it. It's fun, and I want to hear bets on who is actually going to die first, and or who is going to kill who.
And let's go to Sandra next. How do you feel so far? How does Anna feel?
I think Anna is feeling pretty good. Doesn't understand a lot of what's going on. Probably also a little bit because the language barrier and different environment she's working in at the moment. But I think she's feeling good because she's getting a lot of dirt on everyone. So that's good. She's not for the physical murdering of people. She's probably more like the image murderer, in a way.
And
So,
where
yeah.
and where can we find you?
You can find me as Sandra Catherine on Twitter, and also on itch.io, where you can find this game as well.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you. Let's move on to Jen. How's Lisa holding it together?
Lisa's had it at this point, you know. I mean, not a lot of patience, you know what I mean? But yeah, she's certain that we'll get out of this at some point, maybe. But I don't know. She's not ready to kill anybody yet, so so we'll see. But
And
other
where can
than
we
that,
find you?
when you could find me at shatteredsoulstone.com or Shattered Stone on Twitter. It's a Diablo-focused podcast, which also talks about like the games, whatever's new, what's going on with the company, that kind of thing. New episodes come out every Saturday at shatteredsoulstone.com and various podcast apps.
Okay, awesome. And Minty, how is Harlan holding together?
I mean, listen. Skeletons always are in the closets, and you know, maybe behind the winter wardrobe there might be another one or two they haven't completely fessed up to yet. But you know, they're doing okay. They had to expose a couple things, but the big thing is still under wraps for now. Whether that stays true or whether it will get buried along with them, to be determined.
Awesome. And where can we find you?
All you lovely viewers can find me on Twitter at It's Minty Bitch. Disclaimer: 18 plus only. Both could attest it is rotten sewage garbage sometimes.
Oh,
Sometimes
yes.
it's me just having fun, and then sometimes it's enough to make even the French blush.
Let me just go ahead and add your Twitter.
There go our
But,
French viewers. So,
but you can also find me here on Twitch at Minty_Bo. I stream mostly just not tabletop. I mostly stream just RPGs, some Pokemon games, like Game Boy games, when I can figure out the totally legal and bought the cartridges and system way to have them on Twitch.
of course, all above board.
But yeah, you can find me there Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays. I will actually be on in a couple hours, but that's where you can find me.
Awesome. Thank you. And Whispers, how is Dr. James holding together?
To quote a drag queen, why the fuck did I do this show? No, seriously, love it. I do apologize to all the other players, people in the audience. I'm not an asshole. Well, I am. Raging bitch. But usually I will not make a comment like, oh, you're that. It's what you people do. So just apologies for that. But if you want to see me while not playing a scumbag, there's a couple games on here which you can see me play multiple characters. Maybe one day one won't be a doctor. And if you want to see some of my personal projects, we are the Dissonance Complex on Twitch. You can find the Twitter at DisWhispers. We just started our second season of our Call of Cthulhu game, and in April, we will be releasing a completely homebrewed world, system, everything called Sinful Pangea.
Awesome. Alrighty. And I want to thank everyone. This game has been way more fun than I knew it was gonna be fun, but this has really been awesome. And we will plan part 2 then, because we can't just wrap it up here. We gotta see what happens. So we will discuss as a team, find out what that second session will be, and I need to change the video to say part 1. So I want to really thank all my players for coming together, and everyone who's been watching. Everybody's been commenting. We love the interaction. So we will let you know when part 2 will be. So in the meantime, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.